Hello, everyone. Thanks for listening. My name is Kevin, and I'm from Utah. Yeonmi Park has experienced multiple forms of structural, physical, and systematic exploitation spanning four different nations. Throughout her life, evolving from institutionalized state abuse to human trafficking, cultural marginalization, and media sensationalism. In North Korea, totalitarian oppression. In North Korea, Yeonmi Park was exploited by the totalitarian regime through systemic starvation, extreme information control, and institutionalized social profiling. The Songbun class system. Following her father's arrest for black market trading, her family's social status plummeted, stripping her of educational opportunities and relegating her to a future of mandatory forced labor as a farmer. State enforced deprivation. Yeonmi Park grew up amidst severe resource shortages, forced to eat wild plants and insects to survive. The aftermath of the arduous March famine. Right, ideological indoctrination. The Kim regime enforced absolute psychological control, threatening up to 8 generations of her family with execution or imprisonment if she spoke out against the state. China. Human trafficking and sex slavery. Upon escaping into China at age 13, Yeonmi Park fell into the hands of illegal human smuggling networks. Because China classifies North Korean defectors as illegal economic migrants rather than refugees, she had zero legal protection and faced immediate repatriation if caught. Sexual exploitation. Yeonmi Park and her mother were immediately separated and sold by brokers. Her mother was sold for less than $100, and Yeonmi Park was sold as a sex slave and forced mistress to a Chinese trafficker for less than $300. Cyber exploitation. To earn money and survive under her captors, she was forced to work in internet chat rooms under abusive conditions. South Korea. Media sensationalism and social stigma. While South Korea provided physical safety, Yeonmi Park faced cultural and corporate exploitation as she integrated into a hyper-modern capitalist entertainment society. Capitalist society, entertainment industry tokenism. Yeonmi Park made her immediate debut on the South Korean television show Now On My Way to Meet You. Critics and researchers note that the networks treated defectors as entertainment spectacles, heavily editing or pushing them to conform to specific television personas. Yeonmi Park, a superficial nickname, Paris Hilton. Social ostracism. Yeonmi Park faced severe emotional oppression and social discrimination from South Koreans. Due to conservative social stigmas surrounding victims of sexual abuse, Yeonmi Park was forced to keep her experiences of slavery hidden out of fear of being completely cast out by her peers. In the United States, a culture war industry. Since moving to the United States, Yeonmi Park has built a lucrative career as an author and speaker. However, human rights experts and critics argue that she has been pulled into a highly commercialized Western media ecosystem that exploiting her trauma for ideological gain. Sensationalism in the defector market. Journalists have noted a booming speaking circuit industry in the West that financially rewards defectors for delivering increasingly shocking narratives. This intense pressure to perform has led to notable discrepancies and exaggerations in her public accounts over time. Culture war weaponization. Yeonmi Park has aligned heavily with conservative American organizations such as Young America's Foundation and Turning Point USA. Critics argue these groups capitalize on her survival story to draw direct and highly polarizing parallels between the atrocities of North Korea and progressive politics, academic wokeness, or the Ivy League. This framing has often overshadowed broader, nonpartisan human rights advocacy for North Koreans. Thanks for listening, everyone. I got this information going to Google and then going to AI mode and then typing in how Yeonmi Park has been exploited in North Korea, China, South Korea, and the United States. That's how I got this information. Sometimes there can be mistakes, just as a warning, so don't take everything necessarily hear from this is fact, but I think there's a lot of good information that we should keep in mind. And I learned from these, and I hope you do too. So I enjoy reading these. So, well, take care, everyone. Bye.